One of the most common questions that people have when they are developing their psychic gifts is, how do I know that this isn't just my imagination? Like, how do I know this isn't just in my mind and that I'm not making it up? And you know what it's like, right? Like, you will be tuning into something, or maybe you're practicing giving readings to a friend and you receive information through your intuition, but it shows up in your mind's eye through your imagination. And you wonder, did I just make this up? So in my class today, because I run a psychic development group, the exercise was this. I paired them up in breakout rooms, and the person who was doing the reading, so we'll call that the psychic, when they were reading the sitter, the person that they were doing the reading for, they had to come up with two readings. So as they were tuning into the sitter, they would, of course, channel information, write it down, and that was the real reading. And then afterwards, they had to come up with a lie. They had to come up with a fake reading. And at the end of the session, they gave their sitter both readings. They would say, okay, the first reading is da-da-da-da-da. Second reading is da-da-da-da-da. The sitter had to determine, and remember, the sitter is also psychic, had to determine which one was the real reading and which one was the lie. So it was fun because it was really an intuitive practice for both people that were participating in that session. What the purpose was is for people to notice the difference between their mind making something up and receiving information intuitively. Because when you receive information intuitively, it tends to just come. When you're making something up, you're kind of scrambling. One of the insights that my student gave was that she noticed when she was making up the lie, she was trying to come up with something quick, but also something logical, something believable. And intuition can work exactly the opposite, right? Because you might channel something that doesn't make sense at all, at least not to you. So if you have been struggling with that same challenge, if you've been wondering, how do I know it's not just in my head? Try that. I want you to tune into something, doesn't matter what it is, tune into something, notice how you receive that information, and then I want you to make something up entirely. And just notice how it feels different. Does it feel different in your body? Does it feel different in the way that you're obtaining the information? How is it different? And my hope is that as you do actual readings for yourself or for other people, that when you ask that question of, is this just in my head, you'll now have an experience to go back to, because you will know exactly what it feels like when it's something that's just in your head, or at least something that you just made up.